Today, Mercury dimes. Why not? And why? Why can I not seem to get enough of these winged liberties? Is this just pleasant madness? Cold silver with my coffee in the morning. Should I just be buying pure? 3 nines or finer for the refiner? Should I even be buying silver at all? Or gold, or any precious metals at these prices? Let's get right into it. I said let's get right into it. Yeah.
Warning! Warning, warning! This is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. I'm just advising you to think. Think. Let's all think.
Welcome back to the Thousandaire Radio channel. Self-Hordian takes the last video. Congrats, friendo. We who are about to stack, salute you. Also, thanks for the cash. This isn't sponsorship. All right, I'll get to it. Why can I not get enough of these winged Liberty dimes? Oh, I almost forgot. If you would, please hit that like button or hit any button you can to expand this wealthy community of ours. This channel and some of its close associates have vowed never to take sponsorships from bullion dealers or mining companies. Doesn't that sound awesome? If it does, do your part and hit some buttons, would ya? And let's all expand this no-shill zone. Dropping these dimes all over my gold there. These are what they call good problems. I hope you don't mind if I take a second to eyeball this platinum. It's a 1/4 ounce eagle. Stacking the plats. That 995. Still holding some gold. Holding, not quite hodling. And I got a random emerald here. 2.55 carats. F2 translucent Colombian step cut GIA certified. Gemological Institute of America. That little gemstone can fit in your sock and won't set off metal detectors. And I believe dogs can't smell them. There's rubies that size worth millions of dollars. Imagine bugging out with a Myanmar $2 million pigeon's blood ruby in your sock. Sometimes you just gotta stop and throw your dimes at a metal cup of coffee. Fish was flexing with a very nice walking half earlier, so I figured I'd randomly show off my 1921 peace dollar. 1921 was a high relief. What the? It's happening again. Please, not another song. She's bugging me out. Whoops, I went for so long without spillage. Who would have thought my coffee cup would have inverted like that? Okay, that's enough. I couldn't help myself. I watched a If You Know, You Know video this morning, and he was rather avid about the premiums of constitutional silver, and emphatically expressed his opinion on how the premiums will never return. And I really thought about that while I was cooking my eggs. So I guess here I am, right now, taking the fish bait. My immediate thought was, yes, they can come back, because anything can happen. Those who understand the multiverse, they know this. But what about this dimension we're in right now? Can the premium on constitutional silver ever come back? Cheers to you, friendo. The morning has really become my favorite time of the day. All right, so the price of silver went up. There were massive sales. Refiners got backed up, so they started prioritizing 3 nines or finer. So they withheld any purchases of anything lower than that. This obviously affected dealers and shops, putting a drain on their flip time and resources as well. So 90% U.S. silver is low priority right now, with many, not me. In fact, when it's everyone else's low priority, that makes it even more of a first priority for me. We'll get to that. But can 90% U.S. silver become high priority again? I think the answer is yes. And I'm just spitballing it here. If you got anything, please put it in the comments below. I'm going to rip this leather pouch apart. I got to take it easy on the coffee. I think about it, if silver gets $100+ per troy ounce, or to put it in simpler terms, over $100 per 31.103 grams. Isn't that so much easier to remember? Apologies, I get so easily distracted. If or when silver becomes valued at over 100 filthy fiat promissory debt notes per troy ounce, and I think that's absolutely possible and soon. Don't mistake that for inevitable. I'm just a guy with a crap job that talks to his phone in the morning, and I'm sure so are a lot of these other guys. Either way, that could mean a $7 or plus mercury dime. And that brings me to the first reason I think 90% US silver could make a major comeback. And that is the fractionality. To the right is 1 ounce of silver, 1 troy ounce, 31.103 grams, in the form of a silver eagle. And to the left, also a troy ounce of silver, plus a little copper, we'll get to that. But nonetheless, 1 troy ounce of silver in the form of 14 mercury dimes, which I also think are part of a balanced prep for an SHTF. And we'll get to that too. The 1 ounce silver eagle has a purity of 0.999. Easy to refine. And the mercury dimes are 90% silver, 10% copper, not so easy to refine. Or should I say, not as easy to refine as the 0.999. With the silver price rising, and if it should continue to rise, the demand for fractional will surely increase. I mean, how could it not? Kansas Kid recently exclaimed how he doesn't really want to spend $500 on a 10-ounce silver bar. $500 plus for a 10-ounce silver bar has become a bit unsavory to some. And I would wager to many or even most, at least at this time. Could we not see the same scenario with 1 ounce rounds? And if so, what are the options? 3 nines fine or plus fractionals? Maybe. But what will the premiums be like, and how much of that premium will you get back if you should have to sell? Another fractional silver option would be, yes, you guessed it, constitutional silver. That's right. Dirty, dirty, unpure constitutional silver. If the demand for this stuff should rise under such circumstances, well, what is demand? Demand translates into premiums. Low demand, low premiums. High demand, high premiums. There's other factors, of course, such as supply. And regardless what you think about the supply of 90% US silver, a sudden influx of retail investors can cause constraint nonetheless, continuing to push the price of silver and, yes, premiums up. This dime has been irradiated. It is the source of some of my power. This and my Lucky Sevens promissory debt note. Your silver dimes won't save you during an SHTF. Have you heard that one? What will save you during an SHTF? I would imagine whatever would save you during an SHTF would depend on the scenario. If you match the wrong tool or supply with the incorrect scenario, then yes, I can see how failure could be imminent. But are there not many scenarios, and are there not many tools or supplies you could gather for such scenarios? For example, say you have a garden, a nice prep for whether or not an SHTF should happen. But if all you have is a garden, and the scenario is marauders, well, that's not so good now, is it? Does that mean gardening is a bad prep? Well, if the only SHTF scenario is marauders, then I guess maybe, yeah. But what if the scenario is simply just lots of inflation, a stock market melt up? Could mercury dimes be a good tool for those scenarios? You know, if the prices of the things that we use every day seem to be going up, and rapidly. I can't find where this bubble wrap starts and ends. Stay calm, continue searching. It must start and end somewhere. Here we go. So say we had that inflation, just say, in theory, we have that inflation. Prices on everyday goods that we use are just going up pretty fast. But luckily, so's the price of our silver and our gold. That's great. I need some milk and I need some eggs. And all I have is a 100-ounce silver bar. No problem, I'll just sell it. And then I'll buy the milk and eggs. And then I'll have a bunch of filthy fiat debt notes left over. A bunch of cash left over in a world where all the prices are rising, which really means it's the cash falling. Well, wouldn't it be nice if you just had a bunch of dimes instead of a 100-ounce silver bar, and you could just sell maybe 5 or 6 of the dimes and go get your milk and eggs, whilst maintaining a position in silver while the price of silver rising, which again is just the dollar falling. I think that's a scenario where the dimes work well, or the quarters, or the halves, or even the ounces. This is actually 1 ounce of silver right here. It's a 1 ounce silver foil, 0.999, stretched out to the original size and the original artwork from the Marvel Archives, making a beautiful cover art replica of Incredible Hulk 181. Which was the first appearance of Wolverine. This one is graded CGC 10, which is as fine as it gets, and is limited to only 1,000. I don't talk about these much because, frankly, I don't want others bidding against me. As far as I'm concerned, this is high premium, 1 ounce silver. That looks very beautiful on my wall. And they seem to gain in value rather quickly. I'm still playing it cool, though. I'm not going completely ham on them. But I do have multiples of many. And since it's 1 ounce of silver and not really a comic, this could also be classified as a giant card. I like them. They spruce up the office rather nicely. I got a UV protectant wall mount, or frame, or piece of plastic, whatever you want to call it. You know me, I like to encapsulate things, and if I can encapsulate something that's already been encapsulated, well, that's even better. Don't threaten me with a good time. Oh, I gotta ask, just in case you forgot, did you hit that like button? Could you hit that like button? Thank you for hitting that like button. You're always so generous with the likes, friendo. If you are new here and you enjoyed the content, subscribe for more. Comment new guy down below. And if you're a regular, go and say hi to new guy. Let's continue to build this network that cares about its net worth. Remember, your network is your net worth. That's why the rich get richer and the poor get richer slower. But it doesn't have to be like that. Get it together, assemble, chop it up in the comments below. We don't all need to agree all the time. In fact, opposing thoughts, hashing it out, that's how things get done. So long as you're trying to come to consensus and you're not just some master debater. All right, that's it. Thousandaire Radio, wicked show. Join the pen pals. You can now write me at The Thousandaire Collector, 1700 Sullivan Trail, Suite 7, Box 111, Easton, Pennsylvania, 18040. Don't forget to include your info so I can put you on my mailing list.
It's a beautiful apocalyptic day. The SHTF is everything I dreamed it would be. I'm not dropping the dime, I'm picking them up. We are all so wonderfully screwed. Da 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 da. Liberty is the state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political view.